Crafties. So this is the exciting bit, and it's where you get to add your gorgeous products to your shiny new shop. But before you jump straight in, please make sure that you've read our product photos help guide, which is full of tips on how to take great photos. Your images are the most important tool to help you sell your products. Otherwise, you could be investing lots of time and energy into writing gorgeous product descriptions, but nobody gets to read it because nobody's clicked on your image to read more info. Also in the guide is how to optimize your images, and what that means is reducing your image sizes so they don't take a long time to load up. And all images on our site, like other sites, need to be 300 kilobytes or less. So if you've not done that part, please go back to the guide and complete that section. Otherwise, when you try to upload your photos here, it's going to go and give you an error message to say your images are too large. Okay, so let's get going. So you're ready to start listing your gorgeous crafts or your services in your shop. Once you are logged in, you will see the menu option My Shop. Click on Crafties Control Panel. This is where you'll spend most of your time, other than when browsing the site looking at all the gorgeous things to buy. So here's your dashboard, and you can go ahead and click Add Product, or if you wanted to amend products, you would click in the Products tab, hover over your item and click Edit, but today we're going to add a product. And you'll be taken to a nice, easy product listing screen. Before you list any products, it's a great idea to think about all the keywords and phrases that customers might type into Google if they are trying to find your product. These words and phrases can go in this section here. They aren't seen by the customer, it's used by search engines like Google to understand what your product is to help rank your product higher. It's best to start with these, then you can incorporate these words and phrases into your product name and your description, so that your item is much more likely to be displayed in search results when customers are searching on Google. So this is the product I want to list, and please excuse the terrible photo, it's a really old one. It's a fingerprint silver necklace, so I'm going to have a bit of a brain dump and pop all the things customers might search for to find my product in this field here. Simply add a comma between your words or phrases when adding more than one. Let me see, so start with necklace, fingerprint necklace, heart fingerprint necklace, silver necklace, heart necklace, baby keepsake, silver heart necklace, baby memorial necklace, fingerprint jewellery. Customers might not realise they want a necklace, they just want something with a fingerprint on. Also, if you're willing to post overseas, it's a good idea to spell jewellery the American way as well. So, okay, and keepsake gift, keepsake jewellery. I'll do it the American way as well. Keepsake, no, memorial necklace, memorial necklace, memorial jewellery, new baby gift, wedding gift. So you get the idea. So to help you build your keywords, if you're not used to doing this, you can also use tools like Marmalade or Google Keyword Planner to discover words and phrases that are searched for a lot. So you can see how well your keywords might perform. But adding these keywords and phrases is something that comes naturally to you over time. Once you have your list of keywords and phrases, it's then time to incorporate these into your product name and your description. Your product name should be short and sweet and explain your item in just a few words, and include as many of these keywords and phrases as you came up with. Now, it's important to know that at the time of this recording, Google will only look at the first 70 characters of your product name. So adding extra words here will only dilute the strength of your product name. And if you do add more than 70 characters, when you come to complete your product, you'll see an error message asking you to reduce the length of your product name. Now, if you have a range of products that are all very similar but a little bit different, please don't call them all, for example, knitted scarf. Think about what makes them different and add details like knitted scarf with hearts, knitted scarf with skulls, etc. But today I'm listing my fingerprint necklace, so I want to incorporate some of my great keywords, and I think I'm going to call it silver heart fingerprint necklace keepsake gift. So using my keywords and phrases, I'm going to create a description of my product, and this gives me a great place to start so that I can keep focused and ensure my product description contains lots of these keywords and phrases, so that it's going to help my product get found by lovely customers. So let me see, so hand carved silver heart fingerprint necklace. Then I'm going to explain what fingerprint jewellery is. To capture your loved ones forever and makes a perfect, it's good to have gifts in here because people will search for baby gift or one of a kind. Obviously I want to put one of a kind, it's a fingerprint so it will be one of a kind. Wedding jewellery. Then I want to say something about it being memorial jewellery, so fingerprint jewellery also makes a beautiful angel baby memorial gift. A lot of people will search for angel baby, sadly, or a way to treasure your loved ones who are sadly no longer with us. And then customers will be interested to know how do they send their fingerprint, and thankfully they don't have to chop their finger off. So capturing the fingerprint is easy using my no mess impression kit, which will be posted to you straight after you purchase. And I'm going to ask them to please return it as quickly as possible, otherwise there'll be delays. In the prepaid envelope to avoid any delays. Creating, I'm going to add another key term here. Now I offer the option to add a message or a name to the front of the heart. As you can see, I've added, you can't see it very well because my picture's terrible, but it does say Emma. So let me see, I'll put personalization. So all my silver fingerprint jewellery, you can see I'm trying to add as many of these key terms as possible, can be personalised with a name or a name of up to 10 characters. And then I'm going to say please use the personalize box if you would like a name adding to the front. I'll just say that that's free of charge. Now later I'm going to show you how you can actually add a personalization box to your product listing so customers can add information in there. You can also add colour boxes, size boxes, lots of different things, but I'll come to that in a bit. You might also want to include some care instructions, and as this necklace is silver it will need a good polish now and again. So maybe if it's a scarf, you need to say that it has to be hand washed at a certain temperature. So I'll put care instructions. Polish your necklace regularly. I can never spell that word. With a silver cloth. Also, dimensions are a really good idea to add as well. So this is so the silver chain is 18 inches and the heart fingerprint charm is approx 2 centimeters at the widest point. So I think I've managed to come up with a great description there that includes a lot of my keywords and phrases, but it also still makes sense to the customer, which is obviously really important. And it's very likely that customers are going to not have any questions or be confused at all, and they will happily click on the add to basket button. So when creating your description, it's also a really good idea to tell a little story behind your product, and everybody loves stories. And it's quite good to give your product a personality. So if you're making something cute, certainly do that, because customers can get really excited about buying from you. It also gives you an opportunity to add more of the keywords too. And Google loves lots of relevant text in your description. So it gets a really good idea of what your product is, along with it being helpful to customers when buying. As my product is made to order, I'm happy to modify it for customers. So customers can make requests via the Contact Crafty button found on every product. So I'm going to let them know I'm happy to make changes. So special request. If you'd like something special, please ask me a question via the Contact Crafty button. The next field is the number of days your item takes to make, and you can ignore this field if your item's already made and ready to post. However, if your item's made to order, we need to set customers' expectations of how long they're going to wait to receive their item. Now, my fingerprint necklace takes me quite a while to make, as I need to wait for the customer to send me their impression, and also I need to carve the silver heart, let it dry, fire it, polish it, and then make it into a necklace. Also, a lot of us who are chronically ill will need to make allowances for our own health not playing nice, and because I'm pretty sick, I'm going to add a couple of more days onto this, just in case I'm stuck in bed. So I'm going to say 14 here for 14 days, and you can see you only need to add a number, so just 14. And what that would do is, I'll just look at this other product here to show you. This lady has added 3 in that field, and it has put in for her handmade in 3 days. So customers will be able to see how long the item takes to make, so you won't get complaints because their expectations are already set. Product categories are one of two ways shoppers will search for things on the site. The other way is via this search bar. Now, if customers click in any of these categories and see non-relevant items, they're very likely to get frustrated and even leave the website, never to return, preventing you and other crafties getting sales. So we don't want to lose customers, so let's not put a pink "I want to be a princess" t-shirt in the men's shoe section. So this is where you add your relevant categories, and you can add up to 6 categories, but please only add relevant ones. You don't have to choose all 6. So click into the categories field and you'll see a huge list of all of our categories. You can either scroll here, or if you're used to adding categories, you can start typing, and I want to put this under necklace. Another really great category is to put it into a gift category if it's relevant. So I'm just going to scroll this time to show you. So gifts, gift ideas. This would make a great gift for ladies. And I know that we have a themed gift section, and in there is a section called hearts. So there's the gifts. I'm looking for themed gifts. Once you've added these a lot of times, and if you make similar products, it's really easy because you just start typing. There you go. So themed gifts, I'm going to add hearts. I also think that this would make a great Valentine's gift because it's a heart. So we have events. And we have Valentine's Day. Okay, so they're all very relevant categories, and I don't need to add any more. On Conscious Crafties, we don't just list products, we can also list our skills for hire, and a lot of people have amazing skills. So skills would be things like maybe you can design websites, you can proofread, things like that. So they're definitely not products that you can touch and feel. If you want to list your skills for hire, then what you would do is not choose any of the product categories, but you'd scroll down to the services section and select one of the items here. Now, a lot of people get confused by this because you can offer your handmade skills. So say if somebody really wanted a jumper with hearts all over it made, that could be me, then you could actually offer your services as a knitter. So you could actually list it as skills for hire knitter, and you would then choose knitting. But a lot of crafties get confused by this when listing products and choose one of these in this section here, and what that does is cause me extra work. So you can see here, you can click on services, and every day I have to remove physical products from this section, otherwise it's going to confuse our customers. You can see a lot of these products, I'll need to go back and remove them. Things that should go in here are things like logo design services, website services, proofreading, all sorts of things in here. Okay, so please be careful when you're adding your categories. And now I'm going to show you how I can add the personalization box for the customer to enter the name in. Now, you may have noticed that within categories there is a section called Add Text Boxes, and in there I'll be able to find the personalised box. You can see we've got lots of different boxes we can add. Okay, so what that will do is something a bit similar to this item here, where we've added a colour box, and you can see the customer can type in their preferences. So I've just added a personalised box, so it will say personalise here, and the customer will be able to type in their name. And the information that they type in that box will appear in your order confirmation email and also in your order details on the order tab within your Crafties control panel. So your product images are your most important selling tool, so do make sure that you've read our perfect product image guide and that you've also reduced your images to be under 300 kilobytes. If you don't know how to do that, then go ahead and read our reduced photo size guide. So what we have is our featured image and our gallery images, and we can upload up to 5 images in total. Now your featured image will be your best image and should appear when customers are searching through categories. So it would appear here, and also once they clicked into that onto the product page, the featured image would be here. So it's your main image and your gallery images appear underneath. So let's go ahead and upload our images. So click Set Featured Image and click on the Upload Files. And you can drag your files here, or you can select Files. Now what I'm going to do, just to show you, is I'm going to select an image that I know is over 300 kilobytes. I'm just going to show you what it does. So it tries to upload it, and then it gives you an error message to say the picture is too large. So I'm just going to cancel that message, and I'm going to try again with a smaller file. Okay, so you can see that this one is a JPEG instead of a PNG file, and it's reduced the size to 214 kilobytes, so this one will be fine. And what you can see I've done is, on my computer, I did a save as silver heart fingerprint necklace keepsake gift. So you can see that that is the same as my product name. And that's really useful for Google because it then knows what your product image is, which means that your product page will rank higher. It also, if you name your files, it also puts it in the URL and also in the title. And what that does is it's great for Google, but it's also being considerate to people who have vision problems because their screen reader will tell them what the image is. So I'm just going to click Set Product Feature Image button, and it will pop it here for me. Now I don't have any additional images, but if you did, you'd want to put them in your gallery. So add product gallery images here. So for example, I might want to add both of these, and I can add 2 at a time, or as many as I like at a time, up to 4. And if I wanted to remove those, all I'd need to do is click this little X. And I'm just going to show you something else. When you're in your media library, if there are images that aren't attached to a product listing, you can remove them in here, and it saves space on the website, and also make sure that your media library isn't cluttered with images that you're not actually using for product listings. So the way to do that is click on an image, and then you'll see here delete permanently. Click on that and it will just ask for confirmation, and then do the next one. And do make sure that these aren't on product listings. If you were to delete one of these photos, your product listing would no longer have a photo because it doesn't exist in your media library. Okay, so that's how you add images and make sure that your media library is nice and tidy. If you're making a custom item for a customer, you'll want to create a custom listing for them so they can pay you. The way to do that is click the custom listing tick box, and when you publish it, it will actually hide it from all other customers. It also won't publish it on our Facebook live feed page or Twitter. So what you can do is once you publish this, you can go into your products tab within your Crafties control panel and click on view against the product, and then you'll be able to copy and paste the URL, and you'll need to share that URL link with your customer so only they can buy it. So now we need to add the price of our product, and you'll notice that you don't need to add the pound symbol, you can just add the amount in here. Now, as Conscious Crafties started life in the UK, all prices, including shipping costs, need to be added in UK pounds. But if you live outside the UK, you can use this handy currency converter to help you work it out. Now, for the price, I'm just going to add 50, and you'll notice that I don't add the pound symbol as I don't need to. And I'm feeling generous today, so I'm going to offer a sale price of £40. And you can see here that we have extra tabs. So if you click on the stock tab, this can actually be completely ignored if you're able to make as many of your item as you can sell. However, if your item is a one-off or you only have materials to make a certain quantity, you can add your stock here. Simply click tick if you want to add a stock limit and then add your quantity here. Now, I only have enough raw materials, enough silver to make 10 of these, so I'm adding 10 in there. So let's click in the shipping tab. Every crafty has their own default shop postage costs when you set up your shop, and that will be in your settings. And those costs can be used for every product you list, and it saves lots of time. So you can leave this totally blank if you want to use your normal postage costs. If, however, the postage costs are different for this item, perhaps the item is bigger or bulkier than your normal items, then you can override your shop postage by filling this in. For that to happen, you would need to fill in your postage costs within your country and also outside your country. If you don't post outside your country, then just tick this, but you do need to fill in both sides for it to override your normal shipping. Now, I'm just going to use my normal shipping, so I'm going to leave this totally blank. So if we click on the similar products tab, and this is something quite special to help you sell more of your products. So if you make items that are similar to this one or related in some way, maybe the product you're listing is a range of hats or you sell a matching scarf, etc. Adding similar products here will show on your product page. So if we go to Kerry's hedgehog, she makes a range of very cute hedgehogs. So on this product listing, she's advertised 3 other hedgehogs here. So to add up to 3 products to be advertised on your product page, you just need to click here and add up to 3 characters, and it will start searching for your other products. Now, those other products do need to be published products on the website, otherwise it won't find it. But don't worry, if those items aren't yet published, you can come back to this listing and add them later. Okay, so you're all done. Simply click the Add Product button and your product will go live straight away on the website. If you're not quite finished, or if you got tired halfway through, simply click on the Save Draft button and then you can come back later. The way to access your products is to go into your Crafties control panel, click on the Products tab, hover over the product, and the option to edit that product will become available. So this is how your product would look to customers. You can see my featured image here, and if I'd added gallery images, they would appear here. You can see I have a sale banner, and that lets the customers know what a great saving they're getting. Here's my product name, my original price which is crossed out, and my sale price. If I was viewing the website from the US, I would be seeing these in US dollars. They can see that I have 10 in stock, and that will of course reduce as customers buy from me. They can clearly see that this item takes 14 days to make, so they know how long they would need to wait. You also have your customer ratings here, but this is a test account, so I don't have any. You can see here we've got the personalised text box, which allows customers to type in exactly what they'd like me to add on the front of their necklace. Now remember, we added that text box in quite a strange way really, but it was by selecting the category called Personalise, which was under the section Add Text Boxes. And you can add any boxes here, like a colour or a size, and it's very handy because this information that the customer types here will appear on your order confirmation email and also in your Crafties control panel. So you can see that the customer can add the item to their basket, they can add it to their wish list, or they can choose to contact me by sending me a little message through the website. And when I receive a message, I would also get an email confirmation to let me know that I need to respond. The customer can also view my entire shop. They can see that I'm posting it from the UK, and they can also choose to share this product on social media. They can read my description, they can read my product ratings if this wasn't a test account, and on every product that you list will appear your story, and that's to help raise awareness of some of the more rare or invisible conditions, and also to help inspire others who might be in the same situation as you. Customers can see how much it will cost for their postage to their country. And on every product you list, your returns policy will also be displayed so the customer can feel really comfortable about buying from you. You'll also notice that you have some tools here. So when you're logged in, these will be displayed, and it means that you can edit your product from here rather than having to go into your Crafties control panel first. You can also duplicate a listing, and you can do the same in your Crafties control panel. And that's a really great thing to do if you're listing items that are really quite similar and might be in the same product categories or have the same tags. So it does save quite a bit of energy. So your first product is live, and what happens now? Well, you may have noticed that every new product that gets listed on Conscious Crafties is automatically shared for you on our Facebook live feed page and also Twitter. So if you follow us and also like, share, comment and retweet us, that tells the social networking algorithms that our content is really interesting. And what that means is they'll share our information with more people, meaning more customers and sales. You'll also want to make sure that you're sharing your products yourself, and you can easily do that by clicking on the social sharing icons on every product you list. If you click the Facebook icon, you'll notice that you can share to your own timeline, your business page, a friend's timeline and even groups. And if you go into our Crafties community and look at our files, you'll see something called Facebook groups we can share to, and they allow us to share our Conscious Crafties links, and you won't get told off by admins. And we also have some Conscious Crafties groups on Facebook, which are specifically for you to share your links in. And they all have different themes like gifts for men, Mother's Day, Father's Day, weddings, kids, that type of thing. And I'll pop the link below, so please do join them and invite all your friends, because we want lots of lovely customers in there. And what you can do is share up to 3 Conscious Crafties links in any of the relevant groups. Per group, per day, no Facebook links please, because everything needs to be done through a safe, secure website. And the only reason that we've limited it is to make sure that certain crafties don't bombard the page and it's fair for all. One of the very great things about being a crafty is that we all support each other, not just emotionally but with our businesses too. So every week you'll notice that you get an invite to Crafty Friends events. And this is the idea from Joanna Hoare, and it's the best idea she's ever had. So every week, if you click going on that invite for a week, you'll be buddied up with a fellow crafty and you each share each other's items, which is really great because I think sometimes it can feel a little bit icky having to boast about your own products and share them with your friends and followers, but it's much easier to boast about somebody else's products, and it's great to know that somebody else is doing the same for you too. And every week you'll get a new buddy, so your products get a new audience every week, because every crafty will have different friends and followers. So only take part in this if you've got at least 5 products in your shop, so your fellow crafty has something to share. And only take going if you know that you don't have a busy week and your health is okay and you think you're going to be able to manage.